Shalom, let's give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us His word. I just want to talk about, the MOTB, you know, Mark of the Beast, and how he's also pushing these chips and these brain chips, uh, with the Charagma. But I got this article out of SputnikNews.com. It's dated May 4th, 2022, entitled Neuralink Rival Synchron announces enrollment of first U.S. patients for brain computer trial. Yeah, this also goes into, that transhumanism. They're trying to push, want to merge humans, with computers. But it says Synchron Inc. just enrolled its first patient in the U.S. for a clinical trial of its BCI device called Steintrode, which is intended to help people suffering from paralysis and ultimately prove effective regardless of the cause of the condition. But Synchron, as opposed to Elon Musk's far more funded Neuralink, is focused entirely on helping those with paralysis for now, despite the relatively modest funding level of $70 million in total. Synchron is ahead of Neuralink, which raised $205 million in the last year alone, and is still searching for a trial director for its brain implanted device. The study will take place in New York and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and will involve approximately 6 patients. Synchron has already proven the effectiveness of its device in trials in Australia, but this will mark its first trial of the permanently implanting a device in a patient in the US. 4 patients have had the Steintrode implanted in them in Australia, and the company says they are able to control digital devices and send email and text messages, shop online, manage finances, and participate in telemedicine while only using their thoughts. The company describes the device as brain Bluetooth. Compared to the Neuralink device, surgery for the Steintrode implant is said to be far less intrusive. The Steintrode is implanted in a blood vessel near the user's throat, where it travels up to the brain and lines the brain with electrodes and sensors. The implant then listens for activity in the brain and sends the waves to a device in the user's chest. All in all, the procedure can be completed in 2 hours, according to the company. As for the Neuralink device, it is implanted directly in the user's skull, potentially leading to long-term inflammation in the patient's brain. Currently, the device is only designed to focus on the part of the brain that deals with motor skills, but the plan is to eventually map the entire brain. Synchron's North Star is to achieve whole brain data transfer, says CEO Thomas Oxley in a press release announcing the initial approval of the trial earlier this year. The brain vessels provide surgery-free access to all regions of the brain and at scale. Our first target is the motor cortex for treatment of paralysis, which represents a large unmet need for millions of people across the world, in addition to helping individuals suffering from paralysis gain more independence. And Synchron device may also be used to repair damaged parts of the brain and allow scientists to monitor the functional integrity of brain structures. See, this is how they'll come with that convenience, they'll come with that, to help you with your motor skills, to help paralysis. But it just said that it has the ability to help people send email, text messages, shop online, participate in telemedicine while using their thoughts, So Esau wants to control your whole spirit. Your pineal gland resides in your brain. And Esau wants to take over your whole spirit, with these implants. But Scripture says not to take this. Scripture says, a mark within your hand or on your forehead. And this explains the forehead, you know. The first scripture is Revelation 13 and 16. Revelation 13 and 16. He causeth all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast and the number of his name. Yeah, you know, you're not gonna be able to do anything. You know, this is that hour of temptation. You know, it's gonna force everyone to take this MOTB. You know, the hour of temptation, but you know, the elect, you know, they're not gonna take that. You know, you gotta have to have that faith and put your trust in Yahweh Hashem shine that day to get you through that day. You know, you don't want to put your trust, your faith in this system and in Esau, because then you'll be destroyed. You know, when you take that trip, because that's what that trip represents. When you take it in your hand or in your forehead, you know, Esau can use that to control you. You know. The next scripture is Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah. It says, because thou hast kept my word. You know, who's the ones that are keeping his word? You know, the Lord's men. You know, his elect. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And this right here is the hour of temptation. You know. When Esau will force, you know, this chip or this MOTB on the entire planet, you won't be able to buy anything or sell anything, you know, if you take this chip. But the Lord said he's going to keep you from that. The Lord said he was going to keep you, you know. He's going to protect you in that day. But you have to have faith in Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai, man? It says, because thou hast kept my word of my patience. You know, be patient in this thing, man. Because this will come upon the entire planet. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. So it's going to get real serious out here, man. As scripture says, Revelation 14 and 9, the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, the same shall drink of the wrath, you know, those nuclear missiles, man. You're going to be caught up in that lake of fire. You know, if you choose to follow Esau and in his system, you know, if you worship the beast and his image and receive his mark, man, you take part in this reincarnated, you know, Roman system, this American system. You put your trust in Esau by taking this chip, whether it be in your brain or in your hand. But here it says hand, so it doesn't matter with the right hand or the left hand. If you take this chip at all, you know, the same shall drink of the wrath, so drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture. You'll get that full blast, man. Into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, because Yahushua is going to be in those chips. He's going to be in those chariots above. You know, the elect is going to be with them in those chariots looking down. You know. So yeah, I just wanted to bring out this article, you know, these brain chips that they're pushing. It looks like another company called Synchron is in rivalry with Elon Musk and his Neuralink. So, you know, they're really going to push, you know, these brain chips, you know, whoever receives that mark in their forehead or in their hand, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, bring that out. You know, as technology is increasing, you know, we're almost at that time of, you know, Jacob's trouble and of that hour of temptation. But with that, Shalom.